Welcome to JSA TV and JSA Podcasts, where we're covering the latest stories, trends, and innovation from leaders in global connectivity, real estate, and the networks within. I'm Barb Mitchell, joining you today from Capacity Europe, where we're live and talking to our great guests, such as Niall Looney, Key Account Director for Indigo. Welcome.
Yep, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And we're only on day one, and so things move quickly around here. We're halfway through this first day, and how are you finding the show so far?
Yeah, it's really great. Like a lot of good topics coming up this morning on the initial keynote sessions. Like big things are security, network resilience, the war for talent, all the various bits and pieces that are kind of common across the telco industry and carrier space at the moment.
Right, yeah. And we had the opportunity to chat with your team at ITW, which I can't believe it was 6 months ago already, or 5 or 6 months ago. Yeah, time flies. But and I know, time flies, but a lot happens in that amount of time. And I think that Indigo and you and your team, it's no exception. Can you tell us a little bit about what's been happening?
Yeah, we've been busy rounding out our capacity in the States, especially over the last 6 months. Like we've increased the size of the team in Denver in our NOC and SOC there for terrestrial and subsea networks. Yeah. And then we've coverage now with direct engineers across almost 34 states. And by the end of the year, we'll have coverage in 40 states. So that's really been a big development cycle for us over the last couple of months.
Yeah. And I mean, it continues to be the case that hyperscalers play a major role in the push towards global connectivity. And can you talk about that and how you address that from Indigo's perspective?
Yeah, so we're working for various hyperscalers around the globe, supporting them with our network services and first-line maintenance activity. The biggest thing about the hyperscalers that we've seen is they've injected a huge pace into the rollout of infrastructure over the last couple of years, and that's coincided really with the network operators who would have been the traditional developers of that real estate falling back because of their capex constraints and that side. So we're starting to work now for the hyperscalers around the globe in managing and monitoring their networks, their subsea systems, for example, and supporting them in the deployment of that infrastructure.
Yeah. So let's talk more specifically about Indigo, and just I'd love to share with our viewers, if you wouldn't mind, just some of your key differentiators and how you approach the market.
Yeah, so we've been in business for 25 years. We're designing, deploying, and supporting various vendors, operators, infrastructure owners. We're a vendor agnostic company, so we're a services company working across the globe. Probably some of the biggest things that we see as differentiators for ourselves, and some of the key components mentioned here today, especially in the context of the rising risks in the geopolitical arena, is around the security. Yeah. And Indigo are a framework-based, standards-based organization, so we're fully ISO 27001 accredited. Our subsea and terrestrial NOCs are also fall under that accreditation, as well as NIST compliance. So that compliance and framework activity, and along with the design, deploy, and support services that we have, that's really adding value to a lot of our customers.
Right. So for any of our viewers who want to connect with you or your team, what's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, so the best thing is me and Niall Looney, Key Account Director with Indigo. I'm at this event today, so reach out to me on LinkedIn or on our website, and also Andy Miller. He looks after all of our subsea business. Please feel free to reach out to him on LinkedIn or on the event app here today as well.
Fantastic. Thank you, Niall, for joining us.
Yep, thank you very much.
Appreciate it. It's always nice to catch up, and thank you, viewers, for joining us on JSA TV and JSA Podcasts. Happy networking.